Well, hello everybody. Welcome back. We are finished with our unit on fractions and we're going to go back to addition and subtraction, adding some single digit numbers, but mostly 2-digit and 3-digit numbers. Okay. Today we're going to work on adding numbers up to 18. So I'm going to turn the camera around and we're going to get busy. Okay, I want to start off by reviewing what some of our combinations for the 7 family are. So if I have a couple of dice here and I roll my dice, 3 plus 2 is 5. That's not a 7. We'll just roll a couple of times until we get a 7. 6 plus 6, not 7. We got a 2 and a 1. That's also not a 7. 5 and a 1 is 6. 5, same one. Oh, 5 and 4 is 9. 6 and 4 is 10. Whoa, so many combinations in a pair of dice. 5 and 3 is 8. So let me just help this along. Here's one of our combinations that adds up to 7, and that's 5 plus 2. So I'm going to just use this little boogie board that we have. We usually travel with it in the car, and then the boys can write or draw and erase and start all over again. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and write 5 plus 2 equals 7. And we also know that the twin for that is 2 plus 5 equals 7. Okay, all right, now try to roll a couple more. We'll see if we can find them. 4 and 3 is 7. Okay, so we'll write that one down. 4 plus 3 equals 7. And you know that when we switch the numbers, we get 3 plus 4 equals 7. And those are in the same family, right? The 5 plus 2 and the 2 plus 5 are in the same family. 4 plus 3 and 3 plus 4 are in the same family. Okay, let's try for 9 now. These are 7s. 7 at the top, and now let's try for some 9s. Okay, roll our dice. 4 plus 4 is 8, not quite. 3 plus 1 is 4, not quite. 6 plus 6 is 12, not quite. Oh, it's rolling way away. 5 plus 3 is 8, not quite, but I'm going to help this along. And I'm going to give it a 4, and 5 plus 4 is 9. If you have dice at home, you can do this yourself. Okay, so one of our 5s is 5 plus 4 equals 9. Okay, and we know that if we let those two guys switch places, 4 plus 5 equals 9. Okay, let's try again. 5 and 2, no, that's a 7. 6 and 3 is 9. So we can write 6 plus 3 equals 9. Or we can write the twin. They can just trade places. 3 plus 6 equals 9. Okay, so there's some of our 7 and some of our 9. That's just review from way before spring break and even before fractions. Okay, so now I want to show you a little activity here. I'll get rid of that. Move this aside, and I've got a little chart here with a lot of our families on them. Okay, so what I want to do is I want us to roll the dice, and whatever we come up with, we're going to find that combination and we're going to mark it off. So here we have 3 plus 3, and 3 plus 3 is 6. That's one of our doubles. Do we have 3 plus 3 here? We do. 3 plus 3 equals 6. So we'll just kind of circle that to let us know that we have found that one. If you have dice, you can have your parents print this off and you can do this yourself, okay? Here's another combination. This is a 4 and a 2. We want to start always with the 4 and count on, remember? And we don't need to count the 4 dots. We know that there are 4 dots there, so we just start at the number 4. We say 4, 5, 6. 4 plus 2 is 6. Okay, do we have, let's look in the 6 family again. Is there a 4 plus 2? Sure is, right here. Okay, let's roll our dice. And I got a 6 and a 5. Okay, so I'm going to start at the 6 and count on, or I can use my near double strategy. We know that 5 plus 5 is 10, so 5 plus 6 is just one more, because 6 is one more than 5, 11. Okay, so let's look in the 11 family. Sure enough, here is 5 plus 6. Okay, all right, let's roll again. Here's 4 plus 4, and that is 8. There it is. Circle it. We're going to roll again. And I've got 4 plus 2, which is 6. We already have that one. This is really good practice for you. 4 plus 1 more is 5. So let's find that one. 4 plus 1 is 5, or in this particular problem, 1 plus 4 is 5, because when we read math sentences, we always start at the left and we move to the right, just like when we're reading regular words or sentences. Okay? All right. Here's 4 plus 4, which is 8. We already had that one. Here we've got 3 plus 1, which is 4, and we do have that one right here. Okay? Bump that out of the way. You can continue this activity yourself at home. If you don't have any dice, you could maybe borrow some from a board game you have, or you can get them at the grocery store. Your parents are still having to go to the grocery store. You can get them at Walmart, you can get them at the dollar store, you can get them anywhere, okay? Let me talk about one thing before we move on to our next activity. See, 12 is the largest number on this page, isn't it? And that is because the largest number that I can get with these two dice is 12. I can't get any number larger. In order to get numbers that are larger than 12, I have to add another dice, right? So then when I add another dice, not only can I have 12, but if I had one more, I could have 13. 2 more, I could have 14. 3 more, I could have 15. 4 more, I could have 16. 5 more, I could have 17, and 6 more, I could have 18. 6 plus 6 is 12, and 12 plus 6 is 18. So we're going to be adding numbers up all the way to 18. So let's look at the next part of our activity, okay? Same little board. You can print this one off and do the same thing with 3 dice, okay? So let's roll our 3 dice and see what we come up with. Okay, here's my 3 dice. I'll put them here in this section right here, okay? We want to start with the number that's biggest, I believe. And I can see a friend of 10. 6 plus 4 is 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And 10 plus 5 more is 15. So I'm going to go to 15 and I'm going to find a 6 and a 4 and a 5. It's right here, 6, 4, 5. And so I'll circle that one. Yay, I found that one. Okay, that's one of our combinations. Could we write it down? Absolutely. Should we write it down? Why not? Except that we've got it here on our board. Can you write the numbers in any order? You sure can. So long as they're all plus, you can write them in any order. It could be 5 plus 6 plus 4. It could be 4 plus 6 plus 5. The order does not matter as long as as long as you're adding everything in the problem. Okay? We'll set that aside for now though. And we're going to roll our 3 dice again and see what we come up with. Okay, we've got a 6 and a 6, which is 12. And now let's count on. 13, 14, 15. Back to the 15, we have a 6, and a 3. Here it is, right here. Okay, let's roll our dice again. All right, and we've got a 5 and a 4 and a 3. Well, I know that 5 plus 5 is 10. I don't quite have a 5 here, so 5 plus 4 is 9. Now let's count on 10, 11, 12. So I'm going to go to my 12 box, which would be on the other page, but I'm not going to go there now. Instead, we're just going to roll and move on, okay? I've got a 5, and I've got 2 3s, and 2 3s is the same thing as 6. So how much is 5 plus 6? Near double. 5 plus 5 is 10. 5 plus 6 is 11, and that's on the other sheet, so we're going to move on, okay? I'm going to just keep rolling until I get one that's above 12, okay? Here's one. Okay, we know that a 6 and a 5 is a near double. 5 plus 5 is 10, so 5 plus 6 is 11, 12, 13. So we can go to our 13 family and we can find that one and circle it. 6, 5, and a 2. 6, 6, 1, 6, 4, 3, 6, 5, 2. Here it is, right here. Found that one. We can move on. That's not enough. Here we go. 6 and 6 is 12, 13, 14, 15. Have we already done that one? We have. So we roll and move on. That's a 12. That's 8. Here's some pretty big numbers. 6, 5, 4. Do we have that one already? I think we do, right here. We just keep getting the same ones. I don't have much magic in my roll, do I? Okay, here we go. 6 and 6 is 12, and one more is 13. Okay, and I've got that one right here. 6 plus 6 plus 1 equals 13. Okay, here we go. 5 and 4 is 9, and 1 is 10. Not enough. This is great, great practice for you. Okay, I'm not going to go to all of them, but you can see here that 5 plus 5 is 10, plus 3 more is 13. 4 plus 4 is 8, and 8 plus 5 is 13. Here's a 6, here's a 4, that's a friend of 10, 11, 12, 13. Then over here at 14, 6 plus 6 is 12, 13, 14. 5 plus 5 is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Here's a friend of 10, I see it. 6 and 4 is a friend of 10. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Here's a near double. 5 plus 6, or 6 plus 5. Well, if we know 5 plus 5 is 10, then 5 plus 6 is 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, there's the 14 family. Now the 16 family. Oh, we've done almost all of the 15 family except 5 plus 5 plus 5. 5 plus 5 is 10. 10 plus 5 more is 15. Or we could just count by 5s since they're all 5s. 5, 10, 15. Okay, and there's that one. On the 16 family, I see 10, a friend of 10. 5 plus 5 is a friend of 10, plus 6 more is 16. Then I see 6 plus 6, which is 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There's lots of different ways that you can add these up. We have learned all the addition strategies, and if you don't remember them, you can look them up in your journal, okay? All right, and here's 17. 6 plus 6 is 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Here's 18. 6 plus 6 plus 6. 6 plus 6 is 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay? All right, so that's the end of that part. Okay, next I want you to have a piece of paper or something. Let me see if I can get that to stop automatically focusing. Let's see if I put it in the middle, if it'll stop. All right, there we go. Okay, and I want you to draw 18 objects of some kind. I'm going to just very quickly draw 18 stars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. This is good practice. If we were in class, I'd go through all of them with you, but for time's sake, I don't want to do all of them. But here's what I want to show you. Let's say that I just choose a random number of them. Let me just roll a dice to choose a random number. I'll roll 2 dice, okay? I've got 3 and 4, that's a near double. 3 plus 3 is 6, 3 plus 4 is 7. So I'm going to circle 7 of them. 2, 4, 6, and one more makes 7. I'm going to circle 7 of them. Excuse me. Pull that open. Then I want to make an addition sentence using 7 plus the rest to equal 18. So I would say 7 plus how many more, and that would be these, equals 18. Well, let's count them. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. So 7 plus 11 equals 18. And we could do this activity over and over and over again, and it would be great practice for you to do it. You could even go outside with your chalk and do it. Be another great outdoor activity. You could even get a brother or sister to help you choose a number or roll a dice for you if you've got dice or even outdoor dice. I've got some big. These are just from our classroom that I brought home for videotape, and you know, these are fun. These came from the dollar store, so they're very cheap. Okay, all right. So let's stop there, and I want you to do an activity that's attached to the homework schedule. Hopefully your parents printed it out. It's called Sand Dollar Sums, and you're just going to practice adding all of those numbers up. Okay. All right, that's the end of our math lesson for today. And today I want you to do math page 253 and 254. Okay, and I'll see you next time. Bye.